5 Covert emotional manipulation tactics. People can manipulate others using hundreds of tactics and weapons, but here are 5 interesting emotional covert manipulation tactics include avoidance. The goal of this avoidance is to remain irresponsible for whatever happens in the relationship. Seems like a standing on the fence kind of game. Avoidance can be subtle and unnoticeable to its victim when the manipulator shifts from an issue to be tackled to another subject. It can be camouflaged with compliments which would make the victims forget about the issue at hand, and then it can be evasive when the manipulator blurs the fact and plants doubt in the mind of the victim. Lying. Manipulators are habitual liars, and they do that to confuse their victims and get what they want. Some manipulators might lie and even get to the point of laying accusations against their victims, while others may not come out with a direct lie. Instead, they would make their claims vague and blur. Consider a cheating partner in a relationship. When confronted by their partner, they can end up saying, "I have a business deal I need to attend to," or "I have a contract job I need to travel for," thereby shutting the mouth of their victim. Denial. This is quite synonymous with telling a lie, but this case is quite different in the sense that this is a conscious disclaim knowledge of all promises, agreements, and even behavior. A contract that should be fulfilled could turn out to be a denial that it wasn't said. The contradiction might not even be direct, it can be in the form of excuses. An agreement has been made in a relationship, but because the manipulator aims to avoid responsibilities, they might come up with an excuse of, "I am busy," at all times. Intimidation. People often think that intimation is always about shouting or threat. Manipulators make use of these subtle ways, which involve using a kind of speech tone, making some statements, or telling their victims stories that could instill fear in them. Manipulators use words such as, "I don't know why I feel for you at first, you are not so young, there are uncountable people out there," or they can tell their victims stories about how some left their partner and lost everything. Playing the victim. Once the manipulator notices you may become tired of their attitude or are not responding to them as expected, they plant irrational guilt in their victim. The responsibility they are supposed to have for their actions they produce in their victim. They begin to play the "poor me" attitude. The manipulator begins to say, "You don't care about me anymore, if you leave me, I would commit suicide." These tactics are destructive to your psychological life if you notice this break out from such a relationship before it becomes late.